In our previous tutorial, we saw how to create a very simple DaVinci Fusion template using macro. Today, we are going to take a step further and create an animation without using a single keyframe. First, I'm adding another transform node right after our previous one. I will name it size animation because we'll use it to control the scale. Normally, how do we animate a scene? You set the size to 0 or something at the beginning, then drop a keyframe, then go to frame 30 and change the size to something else, maybe 1, right? But there is a big problem with this approach. Let's jump to edit page. If we change the duration of the animation by making the clip longer or shorter, you'll see that our animation stops working properly. It basically breaks. With this type of traditional keyframe animation, you can't dynamically change the duration. But we want to build a template where the animation works perfectly no matter how much you change the clip's length. So we already understand traditional keyframes won't work here. We need to create a dynamic keyframeless animation. Let's reset this by deleting those old keyframes. Simply go to the exact time frame where you set the keyframe earlier. You'll see the keyframe icon is active. Just click on that again and the keyframe is removed. Now to animate this dynamically, right-click on the size property and select Modify with Animation Curve. At first glance, nothing seems to change, but if you hit the play button, you will see the image slowly growing across the entire timeline. This might look a bit weird and you might wonder how the hell animation appears out of nowhere. But this is exactly how it is supposed to work. I will explain everything step by step and it will make perfect sense. If you open the spline window, you will see that an animation has been automatically applied to the size property. And you might be thinking, where is this animation coming from? It is actually coming from the animation curve that we have selected a bit earlier. You can find this by navigating to the Modifiers tab on your right side panel, and we will use this exact setting to control everything about this automatic size animation. Right now the scale value is set to 5, which means the image grows from 0 to 5 times its size over the entire duration of the timeline. Let's change this value to 1, so the final scale at the end of the frame of our animation is exactly 1. Also notice how the spline curve updates interactively as we make the changes. Now the next problem is our animation stretches across the entire timeline, which we definitely don't want. To fix this, we need to increase the timescale value. As you increase the timescale value, you will see the animation curve squeeze towards the left side. I'm going to increase the timescale value just enough so that the animation completes within the first 30 frames. Now if you hit the play button, you will see our animation perfectly wraps up inside those 30 frames. But a simple scaling in animation looks a bit boring, right? Here is a professional trick. The reason it looks cheap is because of the linear motion. In the real world, almost nothing moves in a perfectly linear way. Let's make it interesting. Check the curve option and select easing from the drop down. For the in property, I will choose sine, and for the out property, I will select elastic option. Now if you play the animation, you will get a really nice progressive scale animation. By the way, you can always use the timescale property to make the animation even faster. And feel free to try out different in and out curve option to customize the animation as your style. Now let's export this animation as a macro again so we can configure and customize it directly from the edit page. First, I'm renaming the animation curve to something memorable just to keep things organized. Next, select all the nodes, right click, go to macro, hit create macro button. Here we need to select all our required options again so that we can easily configure them from the edit page. For the input image, check clip name. From the transform node, select size, property and angle. And from the animation curve, select scale, offset, time scale, time offset along with the in and out easing option. Once that is done, go to File, Save as Group, and save the file in the Support, Fusion, Templates, Edit, Titles folder. Let's jump back over the edit page. Here we have two templates that we made earlier. If we drag our newly saved template right next to them on the timeline, you will see all our selected options appear in the inspector panel. As you can notice, there are a lot more controls available now compared to the options we selected during our first export. If the animation feels a bit slow, we can just bump the timescale up to 8. The animation speeds up instantly. We can also change the easing curve right from here. Now, whether we resize the image or swap it out for a completely different one, the animation remains completely flawless. This is the real beauty of DaVinci Resolve and Fusion templates. However, there is one small issue. If you change the image's position, you will notice it no longer scales from the center. It gives us a broken animation. We're going to fix that exact same problem in our next tutorial. So in today's tutorial, you learned how to create keyframeless animation, how to expose specific setting to the edit page, and how to build custom template in DaVinci Resolve Fusion. Thank you for watching this tutorial. Thank you for staying with me, and good night.